You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean Johnson.
Maria Menounos and Bing.com present live from the Mixology 101 bar at the Farmers Market in Los Angeles, California, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AFTERBUZZ TV's Dancing with the Stars edition. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV for Dancing with the Stars.
Wow. Welcome. Bing is for doing, and we are doing the live post-show recap of Dancing with the Stars Season 14. Make sure you find us online, AFTERBUZZ TV, and also go to iTunes. You can rate us, give us your comments, your feedback. We love your questions. I'm Rachel Zalis now. Robin Anton is on vacation with Kim Kardashian, but don't tell anybody. Woo, secret. And of course, Jackie Miranne, and drum roll please, a very, very ultra special guest, Anna Trebunskaya. We are so lucky tonight. I mean, we actually get one of the featured favorite dancers that we have on the show.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me.
We're so happy to have you. Honestly, when the intro music was playing and I was going like this with Anna, I was like, I'm dancing with Anna Trebunskaya right now.
Thank you.
Very excited. If anyone can fill Robin's seat, it's Anna.
Yeah, that is true. Now, we're so disappointed, Anna. Like, we all loved you and Jack together.
Thank you.
That must have been like a little...
shocker.
Yeah,
like a shocker.
Forget Sherry Shepherd as a shocker. Like, we honestly thought that was like the big shocker.
Right. I think every single week is going to be some kind of shocker in a way, you know, because it's such a tight season. Everybody's doing great, bringing it on every single week, so it's going to be tough to let people go.
Yeah. Is it as hard? I mean, obviously it's hard for the celebrity because they're excited to be on the show and learn and stuff, but is it hard for you as the dancer, the pro?
Absolutely. I mean, you see them you see their baby steps, you see how they develop and they grow, and you know their potential, and maybe they don't even show it on their dance, but you know they can maybe a week after. So you're really looking forward to doing different things, and then it's like you're just starting to taste things, and then they take the dish away from you, and you're like, no, you can't have it. So it sucks, basically.
Yeah, it basically sucks.
We're not going to sugarcoat it here. That's what this is for, AFTERBUZZ TV.
So, you know, real, hardcore live internet TV.
Right. Now, you've come so close. Jerry Rice, Evan Lysacek, I mean, both were second place.
Second, right.
How does it feel like to be so close to that mirror ball?
Well, with both of the guys, I wasn't aiming to, I mean, okay, you always want to win, all of the professionals, so when they say, and I don't think professionals do, when they say, oh, I don't want to win, da, da, da.
It's like the actress at the Oscars, like, it's just great to be nominated.
Right.
Well, it kind of is, though, but it's like with both of the guys, as much as I wanted to win, I really was, like, surprised every single week we've made it, and I was just excited that we got to do all the dances. And with Jerry, I did not expect it at all. I had no idea who Jerry Rice was, what a great legend he is, and every single week came as a surprise. I was like, oh my gosh, we are making it again. And with Evan, like, I kind of knew he can go really far because, you know, being a figure skater and familiar with a little bit of choreography, and he was very, very talented and hardworking. So I kind of anticipated that might be a final, but then I was like, I don't know, we're against Nicole Scherzinger, who's
that was really tough. You're kind of like the deck is stacked against you when you have someone like her come on the show.
Yeah,
absolutely. Now, how has Jack been since the show? I know we were talking a little bit as I ate some fries. Anna didn't.
Yeah, we've sort of touched base a little bit, and I know he misses it, and he liked the routine. He liked to come to the studio every day and learning. he's a great student. He loves to learn and improve himself. So I know he misses it, but I know his daughter is with him this week, and
that was a huge story.
Right.
How did that affect him? I mean, you were there witnessing the whole thing.
It did. Like during rehearsals, every time he would talk about it, he would start get misty-eyed and kind of crying a little bit, and I was like, whoa. And we were dancing a samba, so you couldn't really get that emotion. It wasn't a rumba, it wasn't a waltz. So I'm like, come on, Jack, bring it back. It's a fun, entertaining dance. So it was an interesting balance.
Yeah, I had his picture on my locker when I was little.
Oh my God.
I was like, oh, he's dreaming. Did you know him from like?
Not really, no. No.
Isn't that so funny? I know Max also had no idea who Melissa was when he started.
Well, we weren't brought up with American culture. I know everything in American culture like starting 2000, because that's when I sort of moved here and got myself involved with American TV and movies and all that stuff.
Before we got to you.
Yeah, right.
Until we infiltrated.
That's right.
Now, Anna, honestly, what do you do when you get a partner you really don't enjoy? Like, that must be hard as the dancer. Like, you have to spend you spend for this duration of time every waking minute practically with this person.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of lucky, I guess, that I find something I can really enjoy about every single partner. And I had from Chuck Liddell, who's an MMA fighter. I mean, he's like a gladiator, right? Of our time now, to Steve Guttenberg, who's this comedian, to a legend, Jerry Rice. I had all these different guys, but I sort of found my way with them, and I found some things about them that I really enjoyed. And I think that's how you look at life, a glass half full.
That's
Here
right.
we go.
Cheers, everybody.
That's true. Or fully full.
Yeah.
Even
We're
better.
all drinking water on the panel tonight. I don't know.
I know. Where's our spicy, chili drinks that we usually have?
spicy cocktail.
Seriously.
Keeps us hydrated. It's been warm in LA too.
Now, I don't know if everyone knows, but you're married to one of the dancers on the show. He's been on many seasons, Jonathan. So who leads?
He does. He does. When we dance together, when Jonathan and I dance together, we do it the right way. He's the leader, I'm the follower. But he lets me go all crazy and wild, and but he supports it. Like, just kind of should be in life, actually.
Right. I mean, there's something obviously so sort of sexy and intimate about dance. I mean, so many couples come from the show. How does that play out with you and your husband? Like, when you're dancing, does it?
Well, we've been dancing together, I want to say, for almost 10 years, I want to say. And we've been professional competitive couple. We used to compete together. And when you really get into the craft and the technique and perfecting your dancing, it doesn't necessarily feel sexual. It actually feels like a lot of work, and it feels physical work.
Right. Now, so you fell in love as you were dancing?
We actually fell in love. I mean, we were dancing, we were partners, but none of us had an intention to date our partner. We actually were not looking forward to that at all. And it just sort of happened. But I want to say that, it sounds weird, but I love him more when we don't dance, because then there's no, like, criticism or stuff.
But what about competing against each other on the show?
That was never a problem.
Right.
Because somehow it turned out that whichever seasons I would make it to the final or further, Jonathan would get kicked off a little earlier, and then vice versa. When he was with Marie Osmond, I got kicked off week 2 or something, or week 3, like early. So it was never an issue. But I'm not like competitive in that way with my man, because he's so good at what he does. But I'm good at what I do. But it's different things. It's different angles. It's like, he's a guy, I'm a girl. What's the point?
Yeah.
Well, we're actually talking about this as we were watching the show tonight. I'm curious to know, we were debating a little bit if it's easier to be the female celebrity or the male celebrity, because the male has to keep the hold and lead, and if you don't know how to do that, I could see that being very difficult.
I'm going to tell you a little secret.
Yes, please do.
Here's the scoop.
Everyone listen.
Focus.
It's important.
Right. Most of the time, our celebrity guys actually don't lead.
That's what I said.
AfterBuzz TV exclusive.
Thank you, Anna, because I was like, I go, the guys don't have to do a lot of work.
The women do it all.
The women dancers
They do a lot of work. They have to do a lot of work. I'm not saying most of the time, because like with some of my guys that went to the final or kind of went further in the game, we actually had the time to work on lead and follow, and then they did, and they really enjoyed it. So they get to that place. If a celebrity guy is learning how to lead, that means he's already surpassed all the other stuff. He knows his footwork, he knows his timing, he knows his direction, he has his smile on, he has his arm styling, and then on top of that, whatever's left is, you know, leading a girl and being the alpha male.
Right. Okay, let me ask you this. Everyone loses so much weight on the show.
Yeah. Right.
What do you, I mean, you're perfect. You know, how do you keep that? Do you have a specific diet? Like, what do you eat?
Well, based on what we just ate,
because tonight you had chicken lettuce wraps, so clearly
I had chicken
you're
lettuce
conscious.
wrap, but you had a most amazing spinach dip.
Yeah, but
and
it says spinach, but really it's loaded with like 8,000 calories.
It's like, yeah.
We kid ourselves.
Yeah, no, I had. Well, for professional dancers, I think it's different. We kind of used to the type of activity. They always say you have to confuse your body with different type of things. So we lose weight just from the pure cardio, but we don't really lose weight. But celebrities, because they basically their bodies kind of go into shock and it's like, do you really want me to do that? Are you kidding me? Basically, body says that type of, you know, screw you. Okay, fine. I'm going to lose 10 pounds right now in a week. Right.
But you do cheat, right? You do eat bad food sometimes.
I do. You know what? I'm fine. I do.
It made me feel good to see you pick up a chip.
Yeah, no.
She ate a chip.
You know what? I believe in moderation, and I feel like even the dietitians say that you're supposed to have one cheat day.
Right.
When you eat whatever you want. And
oh, it's funny. I thought there were 3 cheat days.
Well, I love
that. I have about 3 or 4 or whatever. Depends.
So what's your guilty pleasure? Like if you're gonna cheat?
I love sweets.
Me too.
Yay!
We were eating Tootsie Rolls watching the show tonight.
And I love how Renee from Extra didn't even know what a Tootsie Roll was. Because she's Australian, and I was like, hello, Tootsie Rolls.
We're like, what kind of freak are you? How do you not know Tootsie Rolls?
Yeah, my thing is chocolate and gelato. Not ice cream.
They have any gelato here?
They have a great gelato place that they make every single day fresh near my house. So it's and they open till 11 at night. I mean, evil.
That's dangerous.
Evil,
that's
you
dangerous.
guys.
So do you have a dream partner? Anyone you've been dying to get on?
It's hard to say. Like you think they'll be amazing, but then they come to the show and then they aren't. So it's I think for me it's hard to say. I would like somebody who's. I love working with athletes or somebody who's athletic. So
they do so well. Yeah. The skaters, the football players, they all do well.
They know how to study. They know how to work, and they like okay being sore and in pain, and they sort of don't think about that, and they just keep going.
Right. Now tonight you had a chance to dance with a fellow pro.
Right.
And what an amazing dance.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you.
How does it feel to go back into the arms of a pro after you're working with somebody that you have to, as you said, either lead or train?
It feels good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like traveling for a long period of time and staying in a hotel room and then all of a sudden going home and sleeping in your own bed. That's how
I like that. I like that.
Because it must be nice, like, for people at home to see really your potential of dance. Because when you're dancing with a celebrity, they see such a limited range of what you can do.
Well, because you're trying to fit the routine to what your celebrity can do, and you don't want to overshadow them too much, although it does happen sometime. You know, the pros kind of take the liberty of going to their limit, and but then the celebrity doesn't look as good. So it's kind of, there's always that battle. It's like, well, I feel like I'm not doing enough, but then it's like, yeah, but if I do what I should do, then they look really bad.
What do you think is the hardest dance?
For a celebrity?
Yeah.
I would say a jive and a samba.
Really? Interesting. How come?
Jive is just such a cardio, and it's non-stop, and it's a fast movement of the feet and knees and jumping at the same time. And samba has so many different rhythms and so many different details about just the way you coordinate your body. And it's also fast, so it's not like a slow dance. I'd say, yeah.
Right. Are there any real highlights you can think of for you over all the seasons that you've been doing?
I mean, the big highlight for me with Jerry Rice was our freestyle, where he had to wear an afro wig.
Oh, I remember. That was so great.
So great.
That was great.
So much fun. And then I want to say,
what did we get?
Our cocktails
Someone
are
just
here.
delivered some cocktails.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Mixology.
We
get
love
to your
when a
favorite
very
highlight.
handsome man brings us cocktails.
That's right.
But unfortunately,
Love
he's
it.
not wearing a Speedo, but whatever.
Yeah.
Next
Halfway.
time,
Halfway
could
there.
it be like a shiny lame Speedo, please?
Once he goes on Dancing with the Stars.
Cheers,
he'll get
lady.
it.
Cheers,
Cheers.
ladies.
Let's drink to one of your highlights,
Yes, to the
Jerry, and
highlight.
the afro. Okay,
The afro.
that's a good one.
Ooh, good stuff.
That is good.
Woo!
So you were going to tell us another one. Another highlight.
Another highlight, Argentine Tango with Evan Lysacek.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah,
After seeing that dance tonight, I think that's one of my favorite dances, actually.
Argentine Tango.
Can you
But it's the
explain-
most effective. It has lifts and the girls do splits and kicks, and it has a lot of special effects, as I want to call it.
Can you explain to me the difference? So tonight was the Argentine Tango, but last week was a
Can
tango.
I just come back to the most memorable moment?
yeah.
And then
Yes.
every single dance with Carson Crest.
Oh yeah, Carson. Is that guy not the funny? Like he is the most a character. His
Yes.
personality it
Loved
makes it
it.
fun, right?
Loved it. But every single dance had so much charisma and fun and fashion and quirkiness and just humor.
Yeah.
Loved it. Every
Now,
single
what
dance.
happens because you get so close to your partner
Yeah.
when you're dancing with them? Do you keep in touch? Like,
Oh,
or is
yeah.
it, oh, you do. Okay.
Absolutely. I just saw Carson on Friday. I went to Vegas for the Dancing with the Stars live Las Vegas show, and we hung out, and he walked me home after the after party and bought me tea.
Oh,
Aw,
such a
so
gentleman.
cute.
How was the show?
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carson is a host, and he's hilarious. And dancing
course.
is good, and it's Vegas, so everything is kind of big and kind of like our
Bigger
show.
and
Wow,
better.
Carson
better.
in Vegas. I'm trying to imagine the two of those combined.
know.
A little scary.
No, amazing. So appropriate.
Yeah, scary in a good way.
Appropriate.
Okay, so tonight was Argentine Tango. Last week they did a tango that I did not enjoy.
No.
Because for me, I like the tango to rock music. Like it just didn't work for me.
Tango to rock music actually is very hard because it's not meant to be to rock
Right,
music.
and the celebrities couldn't get on time with the. It was just a wrong. I thought it was a
Yeah,
wrong tonight.
mismatch.
The Argentine tango with that music, like it was so on.
Yes.
So what's the difference between the two tangos?
Well, there's an Argentine tango and there's a international style tango, like we want to call it. And Argentine tango originally is a social dance, is a nightclub dance, kind of like salsa.
Right.
So it's sort of its own entirety, its own thing. And international style tango is a part of the other four dances like waltz, foxtrot, quick step, and Viennese waltz. So it's a little bit more technical, less special effects, but it's actually, in a way, I think regular tango is harder than the Argentine tango.
Oh, I so much more enjoy the Argentinian tango.
Why? You
Oh,
like
yeah.
the splits and the kicks and the lifts. I
Yeah.
get it. It's visual.
And the sexiness, like the
Yes.
passion,
And it's very
like it's
authentic.
fierce. You know,
Right.
like I like that.
I feel like that, for me, tells maybe the strongest
How many
story.
drinks are they going to give
Oh,
us?
boy.
I think we're okay.
We're going to be doing an Argentine tango.
I think you should just put it here for the
Yes.
Yeah, just for the
ambiance.
look of it. I mean,
We're not
yeah.
actually
have they
drinking.
decided after
this
how many
wine.
weeks that we're alcoholic?
Anna.
I think because I'm Russian, maybe they think like the girl is
No,
going
but
to
then we'd be kicking back vodka,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Just
that's
like
the
straight,
Russian
just
style.
It has to
you
be
know.
vodka or
All right,
nothing.
ladies.
Vodka or nothing.
We're just gonna make a really pretty
All right.
picture here.
Okay.
And this will actually match the color of some of the outfits
Okay.
tonight. Like,
Another toast.
didn't this look like some of the outfits was like
Yes,
this colorful?
absolutely. Cheers, ladies.
Cheers. Okay, so
Latin night.
That's
Okay.
right.
Salud.
Latin night. Salsa, baby.
So Anna, at
Smells
this point,
fruity.
in the game, how is everyone feeling? Like, where are people's nerve levels at this point? Now that we're almost halfway there.
Say it again.
I got distracted. One more round of cocktails, please.
Got distracted.
Check, please.
3 times the charm.
We took down Anna within the first 10 minutes of the show.
Anna, we're so happy to have you.
At this point, because we're going to start breaking down the show.
Right.
Yes.
How is everyone feeling right now? We're almost at the halfway mark. Like, where are people's nerves? Like, do you think this is where people start separating, really, the top from the bottom?
Right. I mean, today actually was the first night where you could really see sort of the bottom people and the top people. And the people that are at top, the only difference that sort of made them higher is how they handle the pressure and the nerves.
Right.
And that's what it's really going to come down to, because the talent is huge this season. Everybody has the ability to dance. Everybody has the talent. Everybody has good ideas, great personalities. So now it's going to be, can you handle the pressure or not? That's what's going to be a deal breaker.
Right. I think that really started showing last week. It was unbelievable. Like everyone was tripping and
people fell
flipping
apart.
and like it's starting to feel like
And now this dance duel. You've been around for enough seasons to know how this factors into things. What are people saying about that behind the scenes? The other dancers, I mean, that's more work for you guys.
So much more work and pressure and tension, and you have to rehearse more. I mean, usually you get into 2 dances like week 6 or 7, and it's week 5, so it's a week earlier, which a week on our show is like a month.
Right.
It's a big deal.
Right. Even Katherine, who's clearly not getting cut, was
she's so
frantic
fine.
backstage trying to like learn her dance for tomorrow. Like they are all going to rehearsal. If we don't have a lot of the guests tonight, it's because they're all rehearsing. But what's going on?
I got
over
nervous about the dance duel, so I was going to start drinking a little bit more.
In honor of all the nervous dancers, you'll drink for them.
That's right. I said I don't drink last week. I made a complete turnaround after Barbados, people.
That's what happens in Barbados.
That's right.
You start
but what
drinking.
happens in Barbados stays. No, you should bring it to mixology at the farmer's market.
Drinking.
Perfect. Okay, let's start breaking down the show.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's.
Latin night.
I made my notes, guys. Look at this.
And you made me feel really
Our guest co-host came
better
prepared
about mine
Like this.
because
I know, look,
mine are all
we
crinkled,
probably have
but
the
yours
worst writing between the 3 of us.
Yeah.
And hers is ripped in half, and it's the official
Dancing with the Stars spreadsheet.
And mine,
Rundown. It's a rundown.
and mine is a notepad stolen from the Montreal Hotel. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mondrian.
Thank you, Montreal. We love you.
Plug.
Bisous, bisous. Okay, Latin night.
Let's go.
Kim
Come
and
on,
Jaleel.
ladies. Hit it.
Stepping up to the plate, number 1.
Yes.
It's always sucky kind of to
Shaking
be the
it.
number 1.
Yeah, we were number 1 with our samba, and we got eliminated. Wah, wah,
And Sherry
wah,
Shepherd.
wah.
Wasn't Sherry Shepherd first, or was she second that when she got eliminated?
Early.
That's a whole other week ago. You expect me to
That's like a
remember
month
that?
ago.
That's like a week
many
Dancing with the
cocktails
Stars
ago.
was like
It's
10
many
years ago.
cocktails ago, yes. It's Barbados ago.
Now,
That's you.
they needed to have a little bit of a comeback.
Yeah.
Because,
Jaleel came
combined
here.
with Jaleel having, personal issues on the show,
Right.
with not having a great dance the week before,
That's right.
and he's like, all right, I'm going to do my samba, I'm going to shake my booty. How do you guys
Right.
think he did?
Well, what I wrote down in my very technical, professional way,
It looks very professional to me.
you can't read anything, but it is that what I liked is that it was really like this raw rhythm. I think they went with the whole tribal theme, which was perfect for him.
Right.
And for Kim, she looked hot in her shaky outfit.
That was a very cool outfit.
That
with
was
the
cool,
one leg, with
right?
the fringe. That was, and she can carry, not a lot of women can carry that look.
Not a
The
lot of
one-legged
women.
unitard with fringe, but...
Saying that out loud
Kim
is hard
Johnson,
to...
right, one-legged unitard fringe. Yeah, not
Yes.
such a good look. But Kim Johnson somehow looks like
That's
a
what
drop
I
dead.
wrote.
Like,
Great outfit and great energy, but to me, not enough finesse
yeah.
from Jaleel. Yeah.
Although
so
Len said hip, hip, hooray. So, like, he
the
got
hips,
at least...
no, that's what I'm saying. Great rhythm and a lot of, body action, which was wonderful. But finesse, it's like, it comes down to that half point where, like, you really have to step up your game with details and finesses.
Right.
So it says,
And that's amazing that this is the halfway point in the season already.
uh-huh.
And they've all been so good from the start, so you kind of lose track. But I do think Jaleel came out on a mission this week. That's what I
did.
noticed.
He
noticed
came out
an
stronger.
extra
Absolutely.
oomph.
He wants it.
He wants it.
Yeah, he wants
I
it.
really saw that in him this week more than any other week. And
Well, it's funny because Kim was like, she used her wild card on this, was like, okay, we're going to have to start showing his chest.
that's right.
We're going to have to do something desperado to keep him in this game. I just came back from Coachella, which was all about 2-pack. This one's about 8-pack, this one.
Well, everybody's showing their chest today.
Yes.
We're going to talk about it later. Okay, so I wrote
Does that really work, you think? Like, would you do that
Yeah.
when you were
I
like,
think-
I need a little bit of an edge?
I
I'm gonna
wouldn't
show the
show
guys.
my chest.
Oh, well, you would have won, like, how many seasons at this point if you
I
did?
know, I
That would
didn't
have been
think
an easy
so.
solution.
But I have showed some of my celebrities' chests, and it's okay. But you still have to dance. At the end of the day, you just have to dance
Yeah.
well. So, anyway, I wrote 888, 24 for Jaleel. Good. and then I wrote enough question mark.
Will it be enough?
Will it be
Yeah.
enough?
I think it will be enough.
I think
He
as we
hasn't really
said,
even been in the bottom, has
I
he?
know.
Tuesday will show. Okay, next, moving on. Melissa.
Okay.
What you guys
Anna's
think?
running the show.
Well,
She's
I,
the-
I,
she's the
I,
pro.
I think the funny part was in the package
Oh,
when,
we always-
when she's
we
like,
always
Max,
need a move."
what do you want from me? Oh yeah, Robin's taught us like
Yes.
pussycat doll moves. So what's
So
what's the
no, we
move
just
you're
did
gonna
it.
teach us?
Do that
Well,
again.
it's a Latin night, so there's a little Espanol
Woo! Arriba,
and a
arriba!
little Puerto Rico.
Woo! Puerto Rico! Okay.
There we go.
All right.
Okay.
Woo! That was a little.
Yeah, I
Now
know.
that we've learned another move on our way to the Pussycat
Okay,
Dolls.
We're determined to become pussycat dolls. We're working on Robin every week to like get us in the Vegas show.
Yeah.
We're trying. Maybe
Anna's
you
like-
can work with us on the side to get us
Sure.
prepped. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, Robin, if you're watching.
Just have more of these and you'll be ready
right.
to
Yeah,
go.
that would be great. Okay.
Anybody's a pussycat
Well, it's
doll.
funny because like the truth is she doesn't seem to fully commit. Like
Melissa.
she's like, Max, what do you want from me? And he's like, sex.
Yeah.
It's true, you know?
This guy, man. I mean,
But I gotta give her a lot of credit. I mean, between having a broken back,
oh,
you know, she
concussion.
you know, I mean, and she really is sticking in there and really trying. So, I mean, what do you think technically?
Okay, so this is what I wrote. Great costuming, first of all. I
Yes.
think she looked
She-
fantastic.
I agree.
She looked like a fruit basket, which she was actually carrying in the beginning of the dance. She was better during a live show than in dress rehearsal. Dress rehearsal, she was very, she was shaky and a little lost, but she put it together. And Max seemed very concerned in the dress rehearsal. So, see, like you guys don't get to see that. I saw that today, and it was, to me,
Good
it
scoop.
was like
Yes.
20% better than the dress rehearsal. I thought it was a clean performance. It was not an easy routine. It had a lot of stuff going on.
I was surprised considering like her concussion and everything. He did a lot of twists with her,
right.
Yeah.
which was surprising. Like,
But
I would think
what
that he
is
would
he
have.
gonna do? He's not gonna like back off and make it like baby routine for her, because every single week now counts. Like if you have a weak performance, you're gonna go.
Right.
So she looked scared to me, maybe because of last week and the head injury, and now he did so many things. And honestly, she tried, but I just don't think it was her best dance.
Yeah.
Right.
And the thing is, when you're dancing salsa next to Max, who's a very hot male being, so we may all say,
We all know
it's
this.
kind of hard. Like people were screaming for Max when he would do something kind of sexy, and it's just hard to. How do you compete with that when you're a little scared and you just don't feel movement that way?
Yeah.
I love
He really
hearing-
is a very sexy man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Even
I
in
bumped
pink.
into
They
him.
got it in neon pink.
I bumped into him last week. I was on a date. I was at the Sayers Club, which is live band. And like my date was kind of standing behind me, and I've gotten to know Maxwell from the show, and he came up to me and he was like, hey. And I was like, can you please do this when my date's not standing
Yes,
behind
really?
me? I was like, please come back and
That's
do it.
good. Makes you jealous a little bit.
He's such a tease.
Yeah, he is a tease.
Yeah.
We like it though.
Yeah. Oh,
like
we like it. And I
He
love
does.
that you've seen the dress rehearsals so you can
Right.
compare. That's how we
Yeah.
get exclusive up in here on
Yeah.
AfterBuzz. But for me, I totally agree. I think she looks scared, but I admired that she went for it.
Yeah.
Even though she was scared. Like you could see that she was scared, but she also blogged that she purposely had him add the same move that she got hurt on last week to this week's routine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like that her intention was
The
there.
only way you conquer your fear is if you just
Yeah.
face
The only
it.
thing I disagree with, guys, is I don't like her costumes. She has a great body, and they keep covering her up in like full-on
You
dresses.
think so? I
Yes.
think she's looking better and better every
No,
week.
they don't show off her body at all. I sat next to her publicist who said the same thing, but for some reason those are the costumes. Like, how much input does the celebrity have in the costumes?
I think most of it is Max,
Right.
and clearly
And he wants to look
he
better.
wants to have his
I mean, if he
body
wants her to be like
naked.
sexier, like I feel like design the costumes sexier.
Yeah. I
Okay.
mean, but she may not be comfortable.
To each
Pleading the
their
fifth
own.
on that. Okay, let's go to the
each
most
their own.
controversial part of the night.
Yes, absolutely.
Derek and Maria. Well, first of all, like a knockout in that headdress and the yellow, like they were like
right.
costume-wise, like
Yes.
they took the night as far as I'm concerned. But
She-
the kiss. A lot of people are talking about the kiss.
Really gonna talk about it? Okay, fine, whatever.
That's not all. It's not all. It's the lead.
It's the lead.
You can't bury the lead because clearly that was like the biggest part of their dance in
Right.
a way.
Yeah.
So
Well, Carrie Ann said that she didn't like that they went too far with it. Did you see that at all, or what did you think?
Well, it's almost like I think it was very cute. I thought it was very clever on their part because they had that almost, was that a kiss or was that not a kiss in Ramba? Right. And then they just sort of like, here, we actually kiss. Now get over it, people.
Right.
Be okay with that.
But you don't think it's better to keep it like that illusion of like, is it, isn't it? No.
I think at this point they just throw in everything they can possibly think of to stay in the competition.
Throw in the kitchen sink.
And now, how memorable is it?
He like took his shirt off, which is again, it's kind of the sign of like a and stress.
I just think Derek likes taking his shirt off.
Oh, for sure.
I don't even know if that's about the dance or not.
For sure. I mean, Max and Derek, both of them, they love their shirtless look. And then he did the kiss. It was kind of appropriate though because, as I said to Maria, it was like, you were dancing in a nightclub and you enjoyed it, and then you end up kissing a Mormon boy.
Ooh. Oh.
That's the story.
There's nothing very Mormon about Derek.
Nothing, but he was born Mormon. Yeah.
Another exclusive scoop right there.
Okay, well, other than the kiss, how did you guys feel about the actual dancing?
Well,
I like her commitment. I thought that she really went for it, including the kiss, because that can be very frightening and uncomfortable. I mean, I would be like uncomfortable. And then I thought the ending was clean. I know she hurt herself during the rehearsal.
Oh, the chin.
Poor thing, like hurts herself every single week. Like
it's like, what else can happen to her?
I know, right? So it's the chin this time. But she ended with gusto. She went for it, and it was the beginning and ending were very solid, and I loved that they started with like playing with the audience and they danced in the audience.
Dr. Drew enjoyed the dance more than anyone tonight.
Absolutely.
That's why she was like dancing all over Dr. Drew.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing.
Yeah, I think they pulled out all the tricks, all the stops. It was showy. It was their showiest performance.
I would say you're right. Yes.
But I think that's what we've been wanting from Maria. That's what the judges have been wanting. They've been wanting her to just let it go, let it loose. And I think that's probably where they were going with it. And so I like that about it. But I see what they're saying. Obviously, you don't want to do something like this every week.
But
she's become such a good dancer that you don't want to take away. But I think it was different for them to have more of like a showy performance. And I think that was a good step for them, a different side, and then they'll go into something else next week.
Different dance, different character.
Right.
So my favorite was Bruno. I want to get this right. So first he licked his lips. He goes, was that legal? Should I get you a room? Can I join in?
Yes. I love it.
Oh, Bruno.
What is Bruno like behind the scenes?
Yeah, have you ever like partied with Bruno?
He's a little bit quiet, but he's still just as crazy. Yeah, he's a little bit more quiet, though. I think he definitely turns it on for the show.
How much do you guys really take it personally in a way what the judges are saying? Because a lot of times it seems like the celebrity really like has such a reaction. Like it hurts.
Of course, it's very personal. You're doing something you are completely uncomfortable doing. You're out of your comfort zone. You sort of, open your chest and put your heart on the plate in front of them, and then when they spit into that plate, it feels like crap.
That's an easy way to put it.
I feel like it's tough, like as the person coming in, because like you're obviously an amateur, so it's hard to get critiqued that way.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's tough. But I guess when you're an actor, an athlete, or whatever, you have to get used to being judged.
Right. Yep.
Well, anyway, my favorite moment was seeing Maria come out in the bubble wrap in the package.
Oh, my God.
I know.
I like when celebrities show they have a sense of humor, which I think always helps.
I think so, yes.
Well, and that's, again, to the performance factor. I think they were kind of just playing with it, and I think that was good for them. She's so serious. She's so hard on herself backstage. I think it was great to sort of just have, like, a lot of fun with this one.
Yeah.
So. She was a little concerned. Because of all the stuff, and she's like, I don't know, I just, and I'm like, Maria, come on, I gave her a little tip.
What?
Well, she was saying to me, she's like, I just don't know, like, just don't feel like I rush through things and I don't finish my things, and I was like, well, Maria, listen, you gotta concentrate on something. It just sounds like you're losing your concentration. She's like, yeah. I'm like, well, when you do interview, you concentrate on your person you have an interview with. She's like, you know what, you're right, I should just concentrate on Derek. And she did.
And because of that, they got a 27.
Hence the kiss, hence the 27. So I want to...
You get a little credit.
Keep giving her tips.
I want to think that I put a little sprinkle of pepper in there.
You did. That she takes that very much to heart, especially coming from someone like you. I'm sure that meant a lot, and she internalized that. She's someone that really does take note.
She's a clever girl. Props to her.
Well,
okay.
Good. We're glad you're helping out.
Next up, one of the best dancers of the night, Mark and Katherine. I mean, we're convinced that Katherine secretly is the dancer because she has such natural ability. It's unbelievable.
Have you seen her at dance competitions? Come on.
Yeah, I have not.
Come on.
No,
she's been competitive. She has to have been.
She's very competitive. You can definitely see just the way she approaches the whole experience. But she enjoys it, and she said it in the package. She said, I love everything about it. I never want to go home. So, yeah, she's competitive. She works very hard, but then when she goes there, she brings it on every single week, and I think that's what you see is just that commitment. But she has, I wrote it down, actually, beautiful feet and leg action, very clean lifts, very clean lines. What I love the most about it, it was the essence of the tango was there. Yeah. She was a woman.
Yeah.
She went there, she commanded, it wasn't just, sometimes you tend to look at Mark a lot. This time you totally just saw Katherine. She was,
I don't know.
Femme fatale.
Oh, yeah.
A
Well,
lot of guys
Carrie
might
said
disagree.
she was Carrie Ann
Katherine.
said that was the best leg she's ever seen of a woman in the competition.
Right.
Well, there was Nicole Scherzinger, so.
That's true.
And Maya.
Yes, that's true.
And Jennifer.
Jennifer Gray.
And
well, we can't remember last week. They probably can't remember.
for sure.
But Carrie Ann seems to have favorites.
Of course.
Yeah.
Everybody, we human, we all have favorites. We will all have favorites. That's just human nature.
Do you get the sense of that as the pros? Do they get the sense of who they like?
Yes, of course. But then again, it's like, judges are humans. Right. They are allowed to have their preferences.
We'll let them. We'll allow
they are
that.
people too.
But Katherine's amazing because not only is she such a beautiful dancer, but she's funny and adorable. Like I loved in the package where she kind of kept accidentally kicking Mark in his naughty bits, as she says.
Bits. Oh, naughty bits.
Like she
just
really
say his sack.
Yeah. Thank you for breaking it down. This is what it's all about on AfterBuzz TV.
But it's funny because she also, I think, you see the competitive nature when you see that piece about her reaction.
When she thought she was getting eliminated.
Right,
yeah.
and then her face, she actually tweeted a still of that face. And for someone so beautiful, I'm glad she had the confidence to throw that one out there because it was just like a kind of moment. But I think with this, the reason I was saying about the Argentine Tango with this dance is I saw so
Actually,
much
let's just say something. Argentine Tango, Katherine, 29. William, 29. Donald, 27. Do you see a pattern there? Do you see a pattern there? See?
Yeah.
Pattern people.
I love that dance.
People
That's
like
my favorite.
lifts and tricks and fancy stuff like in Argentine Tango.
Yeah.
And I have to say, out of the three, this is no offense to my guys, I love them. She, to me, showed the most emotion. I don't know if that's a woman thing.
Maybe.
That she was able to express more emotion.
Maybe.
But to me, she almost started to cry after it was over, it looked like.
She had so much emotion, you're right, in that dance.
Well, that's lovely.
It's lovely.
Lovely. Katherine, keep doing that and you'll be just fine.
And she has a sense of humor.
Do not fret.
She has a sense of humor at herself because she tweeted a story about her and Derek
Oh, yeah.
hooking up.
Who doesn't have a story about them and Derek hooking up? But carry on.
When did you and Derek have an affair?
Only
She's a
over
married
dancing.
woman. She's a married woman.
Only in the dance.
In the dance, okay.
In the dance. And then he killed me at the end, so it's all good.
Oh. Well, next up is one of our favorites, who I hate to say was the low scorer of the night.
Yep.
Gavin DeGraw and Karina. Now, we love this boy. I mean,
love him.
no one has serenaded us in the way that Gavin did. We do not want him to leave, so please, everyone, vote for him.
Yeah.
No one has tried harder. I mean, the guy rode a canoe across the dance floor.
Was
Come
that
on.
amazing or what?
We literally went like,
oh my gosh.
That was incredible.
Props to DWTS for investing into those beautiful lights and special effects because it was so amazing on TV, like he was on water.
Now, does Karina come up with that?
I think it's an effort, you know, it's a team effort. But I'm sure she does most of the stuff.
And it seems there are more props this season than
Sets, and I mean, it's
well,
crazy.
bigger and better.
Yeah.
Yes, bigger is better.
But he's just so cute and charming and humble, and he tries so hard. Like, even the judges have a hard time not being nice to him. Like, I've never seen them couch their criticism in such like flowery rainbow nicety, you know, as they do with Gavin.
Right. And as you said, the judges are humans, and I think the natural reaction to Gavin is you look at the adorable part,
right,
and the enjoyable factor,
and his enthusiasm and his commitment and just his spirit. You cannot but not like his spirit. You want to like him.
Yeah. But technically, come on.
Technically, I think he was good in the beginning, but he got a little lost at the end. And I actually told him that in the backstage. I'm like, dude, you actually messed up on the simple part. The hard parts you did. He's like, you know what? You're right. That stupid part that he's like, and he showed me the part. And when he showed me backstage after his dance, he did it perfectly fine. Like, he just, you know, it's the nerves. It's the nerves.
They get in their head, and they probably focus so much on the things that are harder, and then you forget about the easy stuff.
Then you ignore the easy stuff. So not really ignore, but you're like, oh, I can get it, and then, you know.
Is it hard not to lose your patience when you're working with the celebrities? I mean, that must take a lot of control on your part.
I try, again, for me, and it's individual for everybody, I try to focus on the positives and just see what's good. And if I feel myself starting to lose the patience, I know in my mind that it's not their fault, it's my fault for me losing my patience, because that's moi. So it's not their fault that they are not professionals and they've never done it before. Like, I tell you a funny story about this. So I'm not a hip-hop dancer, but last season we had to do like a hip-hop routine to Jaleel. I don't know his last name. He's a choreographer for Beyonce. So it was an all-girls number, and they did the choreography. I felt like a complete idiot.
I find that hard to believe.
Yeah, I
There's
did.
no way.
I did. No, I did, and I've recorded and I studied at home. And then I went to one of the hip-hop classes that Jaleel's assistant was teaching. Katniss. Wait, no, not Katniss. That's the girl from Hunger Games.
Yeah, great movie.
Yeah, amazing. Love to be in it. No. Anyway, but I went there.
There's two more. You still got a shot. Casting director.
I just want to be killed in the first 5 minutes of a film.
Yeah.
That's not that hard. That's not that much to ask casting directors.
Right.
Come on.
But I went to this class, and it ended up being like a choreography class where it was 60 people. They were all young and hip and funky and all different races and genders. I couldn't get anything. And for an hour, I felt like the thought that came to my mind on that hour is like, this is how my celebrities feel. It gave me such a great, humbling lesson that every time I'm starting to get to that frustration place, I remember how I felt, and I'm like, you know what?
That's actually great to know, because you feel like it's hard. How can you put yourself in the other person's shoes? And that's a great lesson to.
Probably all the dancers should try and have an experience like that to help them, like,
do something that
be sympathetic to like what the celebrity is feeling.
Exactly. You just. I mean, it's so easy for you because you've done it for so many times. You can do it in your sleep, so it's like second nature to you. But to them, it's really not. Yeah. So. Yeah.
Well, Len called it a shamba.
A shamba.
A shamba.
But great effort. He said, but great effort.
We love you, Gavin.
We love you, Gavin. And he's off rehearsing tonight. All night, because he told me on the red carpet that he feels like he's going to be in the bottom two for sure. So he wants to make sure he wins that dance off.
Yeah.
Yes.
We love you.
Love you, Gavin.
Okay, now moving on to Muy Caliente. I mean, who's more perfect for a Latin night than William and Cheryl, right? I mean, this guy has got more like flavor in his pinky than most of the people dancing in this place. Now, it was a question tonight whether he was going to dance, because he had an ankle that was giving a problem, but I guess it was fine.
What's interesting is they didn't even address it.
No. Did you hear anything?
It must have happened last night, because he just went to do an MRI today. So from what I understand, he just twisted it, and he just wanted to make sure it's not fractured or anything. I got a twisted ankle actually 3 weeks ago. It still bothers me, but I mean I can dance in it, but it's a little bit more effort.
Right,
You
and
could
it's
do
a
it.
scare, I'm sure.
Right, and you don't want to make it worse, so you just kind of have to be careful and tape and ice and do all that stuff, protective stuff.
I feel like so many people have to like just work through all the pain. I mean, everybody on the show seems to have some kind of injury.
Right. Yeah, a lot of people actually this season getting, but that just shows you that people are pushing themselves and that they want it more than ever, and sometimes that's when you get yourself tired and that's when you slip and twist your ankle or almost break your feet like in Maria's case.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
She's a freak of nature. Broken ribs, broken feet, a broken chin, whatever. Just keep on going.
She keeps going and she ends up making out with a hot blonde boy, so it's all good.
Rewarding.
Yeah.
But now you were just saying you fought through injury, so even the pros fight through injury. I'm curious, on a normal basis, dancing all the time, how often do pros get injured in their careers?
I feel like I get injured more dancing with celebrities than I am dancing with professionals.
Yeah.
Like being sore, it's a normal thing because you just sore, you know, you work your body, but being like injured doing something funky, that's more with celebrities because they kind of don't know what they're doing, so you have to compensate a lot for what they don't know.
And so, yeah, I guess that makes sense because you're not in your comfort zone as well. You're
Right.
working with somebody that can't
Well,
do that.
basically, you just compensate. You should really, with a professional, you do 50-50. With a celebrity, you do 65, and those extra 15%, that's what really taxes you. Or sometimes 80-20.
Right.
Right.
So it's you know.
Now, what I found interesting was in William's package tonight is he talked about like how much pressure he felt because the expectation for him was so high. Like,
Right.
it's interesting because after the first week, when Maria got in the 7s and she was kind of disappointed in that, Derek was like, trust me, this is where we want to be because we
Right.
will keep moving up. You don't want to be the person that's like in the spotlight that everyone, and I feel like that is working in their favor, whereas someone like William, who everyone has this,
Or Katherine.
the minute you don't perform that well,
Right.
you know, you disappoint people. I mean, has that happened?
Yeah, but I think it's hard. I think it's a little bit easier for William because all he has to do is just go. And he'll be
Yeah,
fine.
that's one of those
We all
cases
go,
where you just take the shirt off and really you just get voted to the next round,
Yeah.
right?
The guy is hot. So people, I think, voting for him because he's a good dancer, but because he's hot.
I have to say, though, I do think this was his best dance of the season tonight.
Argentine Tango, Carrie-Ann called it. You're the Latin James Bond, and
Ooh.
I think she was spot on with that one.
Did you see Carrie-Ann after it was over? She was like, whew.
Oh yeah, she definitely does not hide the fact that she is like.
But doesn't she
She's allowed.
express what we're all kind of
Yeah,
knowing?
I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, I mean,
Clearly, he's having an effect on women in particular because, like, that audience, the women do not stop screaming when he goes into that
Always.
ballroom.
Yes.
And I have to say, last Monday night, I went out with the cast after to see Steel Panther play at House of Blues, and all of them got up on the stage dancing. But the audience, like William up there,
Oh my
they were going bananas.
even at a Steel Panther concert.
Even well, because Steel Panther had done the show with him and like helped him get his inner metal 80s going on.
Yeah,
you know?
right, yeah.
But it was pretty funny. It was funny seeing all of them get up there. Katherine was up there, Maria, Derek, Mark, all dancing with Steel Panther. It was really fun.
Amazing.
That's too funny. How
I
did
was
they dance
probably-
up there?
I was probably home making, you know, pancakes for my husband, but that's okay. I don't
Do you
know.
make good pancakes?
I do okay. I do Russian style, blintzes.
You mean there's vodka in it?
No.
Vodka on the side, like this.
We had blintzes in my house.
You do?
Yeah.
Good job. All right, let's come back
Okay.
to William's Tango.
Yeah.
So, sexy, powerful. He looks very mucho macho and mucho caliente. Well done with all the lifts. And then I wrote he's good under pressure because I'm sure it was a lot of, well, he talked about the pressure plus the fact that he injured himself, added extra pressure, and I think he did better in live show than dress rehearsal, so good for him.
And Cheryl was great tonight, too.
Cheryl was good. You know what? I really loved her choice of outfit because everybody kind of like we are today were so colorful and lots of feathers and ruffles, and she went for a very classy, nude kind of longer dress that still revealed her figure very well, and she just, you know, just showcased them in a different way, which I really love. They really stood out of the rest of the cast.
How important to you is the costuming?
Very important. I'd say it's the whole package. It's like, first of all, great music. I felt this week particularly the music was very, very good. Yeah. Every single song just got you going. So the music is very important. Special effects is very important. Outfits are very important. Chemistry between partners is very important. And then within that somewhere is dancing. And then the last thing is technique.
Right. Because ultimately you're putting on a show.
Right, yeah, it's a
it's
TV
entertainment,
show.
yeah.
It's TV show. Sometimes people take it very, very seriously, but at the end of the day, it is entertainment. It's not like, you know, United Nations trying to save children in Africa.
Right.
Right.
We're
Okay.
here to have fun, people.
Well, speaking of fun, we love Gladys Knight.
Oh,
Her and
I
Tristan.
love her.
That woman is so, like, it doesn't even matter, honestly, how she dances, because she is so, she just radiates positivity.
She radiates positivity. She really is very, very consistent with performance.
Yes.
Her every performance is spot on. She gets into the character. She was kind of flirty, kind of little nonchalant today with Tristan in her samba. Samba, I even speak like that guy.
Samba.
Voiceover. Samba. Don't sing the samba. And I have to say though, she's 67 years old. She has, in my opinion, the best rhythm out of the whole cast and the best personality.
Ooh. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I think
Can she physically do some things that other people can? No, she can't, but potentially the woman has the best rhythm out of the whole cast. So here, that's my opinion.
right. What I was trying to explain in so many words, what you just said, is there's something about her performance factor, and it's not that she takes the steps so far or something, but you really saw it tonight when she was standing on the floor alone for a minute, and she was just like, kind of like, come on,
Shaking,
people.
right?
She just knows how to own a stage, and she might not own it with her steps, but it's something about her presence that just carries her through a dance where the steps might not be as exciting, or they might not be as tricky, but there's just something about her performance and owning it and her energy that I think another kind of Gavin effect in a totally different way, where you just want to vote
You root for her. She
Well,
also
she's a
looks
legend.
amazing without a
looks
stitch of makeup.
amazing.
In those packages, not a stitch of makeup, and you're like, damn.
Damn,
good.
Crazy.
I want your jeans, Gladys. Can I inject some?
Please.
Yeah, let's do it. Now, how do you think Tristan feels? Because I guess, like, he did so well with Nancy, and so they gave him another sort of, like, older lady.
Right.
Is he sitting there going, next season, can I get at least, like, a... Or is he a good sport
Maria?
about it?
He's a very good sport. He's very positive and just such a sweetheart. He's very nurturing, and that's why they give him such people that maybe he has to work, you know, a little bit more. Like, I think he's the best man for the job. And listen, he's dancing with Gladys Knight.
I know.
A legend.
Legend. She's an
that's
icon.
true.
I mean, he's probably learning so much from her that it's a fair exchange.
That's
I have
true.
to say, when I interview them every week on the carpet, they have such a great connection.
They do.
And he has no trouble with his fans thinking he's hot, no matter who he's paired with, because I get it on Twitter. They
Oh
love
my
you,
gosh.
Tristan.
Twitter.
They love him.
Do you know he doesn't have a Twitter?
I know, but he has so many fan sites.
So people tweet me and they're like,
Can you tell him something?
guys,
Tristan, get a Twitter.
does Tristan have a Twitter? And I tweeted him. I was like, no, sir, he doesn't have a Twitter, but he says thank you for all the support. Because we were just chatting in the
tweet
hair
Anna.
trailer.
Can he just
tweet
hire
me.
someone to do a Twitter for him? I mean, come on.
He's kind of like
Tristan,
that
you gotta get in the game.
He's playing
Irish
hard to get on
romantic.
Twitter.
Yeah, he's so elusive,
Yeah.
that Tristan.
Very.
Okay. One of our favorites too, Roshon.
Oh yeah.
With Chelsea.
Oh,
I
yeah.
loved her. I loved her costume tonight. The
I love her
multicolored
costume.
feathers. Like, I
She
just thought it was
a
so fun.
Multicolored tropical bird.
Yes. It's fun. Like, it just makes you already have fun.
And she
you
had
know?
a bird dance that she showed us on the
And
carpet.
I thought the salsa was a dance that really showcased, like, what an amazing dancer he is. I mean, that boy has rhythm. Like, he's
Everything.
incredible. I mean,
I wrote it down.
You can speak more to that.
Awesome. Love the commitment. He had body action, which means all the wiggly parts. He had timing, which was he was spot on with his feet. He had rhythm, which was all the shaking. He had, you know, balance. Like his spins, his pirouettes are so on point. He finishes them off with like a professional. The one thing that, and I think that's why Len gave him an 8, was a little sloppy. He a little bit pushed it with his arms, and he got a little little jerky, you know. And that's what, you know, the whole package was about, him trying to be like William, and that's what William's so good about. He's so contained in his macho-ness. And Roshon is just young, you know. He has a lot of emotion, a lot of adrenaline and enthusiasm, so he gets sometimes this little
Although he's turning Carrie into a cougar.
That's right.
She kept saying, "You're so sexy," but in a Disney way.
Right. I could get in trouble over this.
I just want to tell viewers and listeners, Roshon is coming, but he's just watching his dance right now.
Oh.
So that's why he can't be here right at this moment.
Excellent.
I was gonna say.
I know, because Roshon can't stay away from us. We're his favorite ladies ever.
I just love.
Now, did you guys notice a little bit of a wardrobe malfunction as a dancer? Did you see with Chelsea?
No.
Oh yeah, I did see that. Yep. Yeah.
What happened?
I think it just came off like a little bit, like her dress. But you know what? We are so strapped in there that even something comes out, it's like.
No, Nancy Grace last year flashed a boob.
Well, that's why we have to wear nipples. Inside
I'm sure they were wishing like if anyone was gonna flash their
That's why we have to
but
wear.
Really, Nancy Grace.
The pedals. They call them the pedals. You can buy them everywhere right now. It's a great thing.
Bill, where's the exclusive music on that? He heard nipples.
Yeah.
AfterBuzz TV exclusive.
That's why we have cocktails here, people. We don't even need to drink them.
But it's so surprising
Water.
to us,
I'm drunk on life.
Ah.
That's right.
But we're so disappointed because week after week he does like pretty good performances, and he's obviously a great dancer, and then ends up in the bottom 2.
He was only in the bottom 2 one time, which was last week.
No, twice.
No, he's been a couple times.
Yeah, but was he in the bottom 2 or was he in the top
Jeopardy.
top 3?
That's what
The
I'm curious
Jeopardy
to know.
is a bunch of bullocks. Doesn't matter.
yeah,
It's
So
that's
the
random.
third person in it is
Doesn't
not
matter.
in the bottom.
Random. He might have the most amount of people voting for him. The thing that is really like the bottom 2 is the bottom 2.
So why did I feel
Why do they do that to us?
they confuse the viewers by saying
Because it's a TV show, it keeps things exciting and the red light, and you go, oh no. It's the point. That's the point.
It works because it freaks us out. And
It freaks us out big time. Each single time gets me like, I'm like a rabbit in front of a snake.
Is that the worst like minute ever standing there like in the bottom 2 waiting?
Well,
like
it's
what is
probably
that?
not the worst minute that I can think of. I'm sure there are worse minutes.
Childbirth.
For example, I haven't experienced that, but you know, going to war, you know, getting divorced.
I'm saying in terms of the show.
In terms of the show, yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like what thoughts
worse.
are going through your head when you're standing in there?
A bunch of things like, did we do enough? Did we have people voting for us? Did blah, 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 blah. What could have I done differently? Was it my fault? Like, all these things come through, and then you like just kind of have to let it go. Like, Jack had a great attitude about it. He said, it's so out of my control at this point. I've done the best I could, so now it's really up to the people at home, actually.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you have any say at all when you find out who the cast is?
No.
Like no.
No.
That's a tough one because you never know who you're going to be paired
You never
with.
know. You might get an amazing partner and go to the final, or you might get eliminated week 2. 3
Even
actually.
with a great partner like Jack. I really, as I said, that's why with Roshon, anything happens.
It can happen.
It's amazing.
Oh, Sherry.
Yes.
Amazing.
Do you remember when Sabrina got eliminated
Week
with
6?
Mark, and she was like at the top of the
She's
leaderboard,
phenomenal
and like
dancer. Yeah.
you're right, you never know. And so finally, okay, they got a 26,
Yes.
which was a really good
It was
number
a very
for him.
good score, yep.
Very good score. Donald and Peta. Now we love Donald too.
Ooh,
Love-
okay.
Last week he killed it.
Last week he was a little bit, how do I say, kind of like a little crazy, a little
Yeah.
cuckoo.
We loved it though.
Possibly,
Like
which
technically for you
right.
guys might have been, for us it was like, muscle and sex and bravado.
Right,
we kind of
right.
love that.
But it was the faces with the tongue out. That I was a little cookie, but today he was just so cool.
Yeah.
Like I wrote it down. Donald is so cool and calm when he dances, and which was perfect for Argentine Tango, because in Argentine Tango the man has to be like this, I know you want me type of thing.
And
I don't have to work too hard. I'm just doing this, and you're gonna spin and twist and lift your leg up to your ear, and then climb on my shoulder. And that's exactly how it was.
No wonder why I love the Argentinian tango.
Argentine.
Right up my alley.
This why we're not the pros. Argentine.
Yeah, I've
Tango.
actually had a chance to be a part of Forever Tango, which is a group from Argentina that tours around the world, and I was with them for a little over a month, and I danced, and it's very, you know, the men are the men, and you follow and you wait. The very first thing I learned in Spanish was espérame, which means wait for me. Basically, woman, don't do it yourself, let me lead you. And my partner was Juan Paolo, and he just took care of me in that very manly way. As a dancer, as my dance part.
Hubby's not gonna get
People
mad.
could mistake that, Anna.
I'm talking about dancing. I'm passionate about it, but it's just dancing.
But their tricks were absolutely
their
insane.
tricks were
when
great.
he held her and spun her around and
she
around,
was like doing a yoga pose. I think there's a name for it.
I don't think I've ever seen that on the show.
A yoga pose?
No, I've never seen someone do that level of twist turning on the show.
And
Yeah, there
afterwards,
was.
he was like,
Really?
it wasn't that hard. I'm
Me
like,
and Evan.
okay.
Oh, you and real? I'm trying to remember. Was that in your
It
tango?
wasn't the same kind of yoga pose. It was a different type of yoga pose. It was exactly the split on his shoulder and him spinning me like 300 miles an hour.
Oh, I remember. Oh, that
Not
was
to be bragging or anything.
But please do.
Please do.
Come on.
But that said, I think it was an amazing routine, and he was great, like support and strength for Peter. And again, he's so cool. The one thing, and the reason I think he got I think he could have got all 3 10s, in my opinion. The only reason I think he didn't was that there were a couple of moments where he kind of got entranced with Peter and kind of got
hard not to.
I know.
She's a gorgeous girl. Oh my gosh,
gorge.
she's like a Barbie doll. And, you know, they sell those, the Argentine Tango Barbies. That's Peter.
Yeah.
Someone said she looked like Jessica Rabbit tonight.
She had that, yes.
That little Jessica
She
Rabbit
had that
thing
little
going on.
red dress on one side. Absolutely. She's very sexy, beautiful dancer. So he needs to find that balance between not like getting too much into her.
Right.
Yeah. Now they are tied for second with Maria and Derek. Katherine and William tied for first.
Hey,
Roshon, baby! Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
We were worried.
We've been waiting for Roshon.
Ooh, you smell so
Hello,
good.
hello. I know.
Ooh, you smell good.
We're like, we know he won't let us down. He's going to come talk to his ladies.
You know, that's the only reason I actually show up is to talk to you guys.
Oh, now he's too kind.
No, don't take those salsa lessons. Yeah.
Now, we actually just finished talking about your dance.
Did
Which
you?
you
What'd you
just
say?
watched.
Was
You
it
just
good?
watched your
I
dance.
just watched myself. Yeah.
So what did you think?
I thought it was great. You know, I felt super sexy out there.
Were you feeling your William Levy out there?
Well,
I don't think it was the William. I think it was Roshon.
there we go.
Exactly.
That's what I'm talking about. I definitely had some inspiration. I don't have the guns like him yet or the six-pack, but I definitely got the swag and inspiration.
You also don't have 2 children, so that's okay.
Right.
Right.
Which is awesome right now.
Not a bad
So, hey, it's all good.
Now, I'm surprised because you said you were having trouble finding your sexy a little bit this week in the package.
You know, just finding it within a dance is kind of crazy. You know, it's a different feeling. You know, you can be sexy in real life and just do what you do, but expressing that in a dance, if you're not used to it, it can be pretty crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah, we're going to put this one?
It's just an excuse
that
for
was
Rachel
mine.
to text you.
Is
It's
it?
fine.
No. Whoa.
That
Mike.
was mine.
Oh, her mic?
My mic?
My mic.
Anna's mic, yes.
Sorry, I was
Where's Mike? Who's Mike? That's going to be like the
Mike?
mystery of the night. Who's Mike?
I was like, Mike, there's a mic
Roshon got
here?
a little jealous.
I'm like, hold on.
He's like, I'm the only guy. I'm the only dude
Right.
in this
I'm
group.
like, Mike. Why are we talking about Mike? Like Mike? Michael Jackson? What?
You're not supposed to read the board.
I'm sorry. I got distracted.
I feel like the salsa really brought out your natural rhythm. Like you were so in your zone tonight.
My
Appreciate
question
that.
is, how natural did you feel doing that?
I felt pretty natural, actually. It
You
felt
look
felt
natural.
good after a while. You know, the rehearsal process, getting into the zone of what the salsa is. It's very rhythmic. It's very free. It's fun, but you got to know your parameters. You know what I mean? Where to play. And I didn't know that at first. As soon as I figured it out, it was just, you know, it was me. It was salsa, baby. Woo!
Woo! What was that call you were doing on the carpet? Like,
Let's hear him do it, please.
Hey, that definitely wasn't me. I didn't make that sound. What was it? I was
I'm
like,
gonna lose my mic over that.
I was good.
Wasn't that what I just did?
no, yours was like that with 4 martinis. Like that's what.
She's had almost that amount.
Yeah, I see.
It's a new
They
Jackie
keep bringing
on the show
us
this
drinks,
week.
and they like didn't even order them.
Oh man, yo, they're keeping you fun. That's
If you
what it
think
is.
Chelsea doesn't have swag,
Boy.
Yeah, we love Chelsea's outfit tonight. Woo!
Oh yeah,
So
Chelsea.
hot.
Loved it.
She was the flyest bird I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. You're also turning Carrie-Anne into a cougar. I mean.
Apparently, she says she's not a cougar.
it's a Disney
But-
kind of sexy.
To
Yeah,
me,
whatever.
it's just my thing. When you say you're not a cougar, it just kind of shows that obviously you were feeling like a cougar, so you felt the
Right.
need to say you weren't a cougar.
That's right.
I'm
So
not saying
good.
I'm bringing the sexy or anything, but hey, what can I say?
But hey. And you got some 9s.
Yeah, I got some 9s.
Feels
So,
great, doesn't
Me and
it?
Chelsea were definitely shooting for 10s, but 9s are great.
Well,
You know?
Nines
what?
are good. Nines are good.
It just gives it a bigger celebration when we actually get those 10s,
That's right.
right?
Now,
Right.
we cannot understand last week.
Right.
That's just not allowed to happen again. So tell your fans.
Fans,
Make sure they know.
listen up. This is for you. It's a big job. I need you
And
to
even
do.
people who aren't his fans from before, but you are fans now.
Right.
And in fact, just anybody, really.
Everyone, listen up. Vote. I need you to vote. I know I got trapped in that bottom 2, and that's not a good feeling. If you want me on the show, keep me on the show and make sure I get those votes in. 05 is the number. Me and Chelsea need your help. And I didn't bring the guns out tonight. There was no skin, you know what I
Right.
mean?
Next week.
And I did that on purpose, you see, because everybody went straight like, wah, and just
Right.
showed off. So I wanted to conceal mine, make it a mystery almost. Black shirt, you know, because I know everybody was
As long as
wondering,
you showed the dimple.
that's the stuff skin right there. So if you want to see a little something, you got to keep me on the show. You know what I
Got
mean?
something to look forward to.
Bam. See, that was a little tactic of mine.
Now,
That's a good tease.
that's
Thanks.
a good tease. Now, I want to know about this dance school thing.
Right.
Yeah, why aren't you practicing?
It has a lot of stars freaking out tonight.
It's kind of crazy. Good thing is we got a cha-cha prepared. We got it all together.
Oh, you
know?
did already?
Yeah, we
Half
worked
the
hard.
people on the red carpet said they haven't even started to prepare.
We got it together quick. We incorporated a lot of what we have from the last one,
Right,
so that's good
because
that
you
we
did
got
Oh,
it.
cha-
you
Cha-cha for
did
week
the
one.
Oh,
See?
that's
Makes it a little
lucky. That's lucky.
easier. Yep.
So I'm very blessed to be in that position right now, and I can enjoy the moment. And you know, I felt real good about tonight, so I'm just gonna celebrate, and hopefully I'm not in that competition
That's
tomorrow,
right.
that duel thing, because
Yeah.
that's not fun.
No.
Not at all.
I think you did so well tonight, but I think there's other
Thank
people
you.
that's turn it is tomorrow.
Well, let's just see about that world.
Do you know what your
Get your
dance? Will,
phones ready.
do you know what your dance will be next week?
She said rumba, I think rumba.
Oh,
Ramba.
you really are gonna have to get your sexy
Yeah,
on.
you're gonna
Yes,
have to
tell us
show
about that
a
one,
few-
Anna.
Will the shirt come
6,
off for the rumba?
8 packs.
Yeah.
My 8, 12 pack.
I feel like all the guys'
Maybe.
shirts are kind of loose open in that one.
Well, it's
You know-
a choice. I like this is kind of me, but I like the jacket look on no naked body. That's what I think is
Oh.
sexy.
A jacket look on a naked body.
And the
well,
shirt that you're supposed to be wearing is on your girl.
Whoa.
Oh.
That's what I
Has
like.
anyone ever
Whoa,
done
whoa.
that look in the rumba?
I don't think so, but I just gave you an idea,
If-
Roshon.
if-
Here we go.
Is that Disney
If
acceptable?
you said that's what you like, then that's might be what you
That is
see,
hot.
because
That's what Chelsea might like or not like. So you
Hey,
gotta ask her first. But I
shit,
just
no.
gave you an idea.
How about I just walk in the door with
Keep
it
the
already
mystery
prepared?
though. Keep the mystery.
Of course. I like that idea. Thank you.
Besides, I think it's so sexy when the girl wears like a guy shirt.
Yeah.
I think I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm weird like that.
You know, you're not weird. I think the world agrees with you. You know sexy. You got it like that. Don't trip.
What's your favorite emotion to bring out in the dance? Because we know you're a huge Michael Jackson fan.
Right.
But what is, like, because we were saying, like, the Argentine Tango tonight, those who did that, there's such a story behind that one.
Right.
Then there's the more elegant dance.
Yeah.
The fun, we know you love the fun hip-hop stuff.
Right. I'm a funky kind of guy, you know what I mean? I like the funk factor. Just came up with that now, funk factor.
Funk Factor.
I like.
You could start a band called Funk Factor.
That sounds great, right? I like
They
connecting.
do remix.
Playing live next week here at Mixology.
The Funk Factor. Bum, 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 bum. something like that.
Bring it, yeah. I like
I'm
that.
not going to make any more noises tonight.
Yeah, just let him make
Yeah.
the noises. You just.
I'll do the noises, and you guys just kind of like dance to it.
Oh, we could do our new move.
Oh,
What
yeah.
did you teach us?
No, there was the Espanol,
Oh, I got
and there was
Puerto
the-
Rico.
I feel like a monkey when I do
Yeah.
this stuff. Like,
We got dances, Roshon.
No,
Yeah.
it's like castañettes.
You can do it, of course. Oh,
Yeah,
he
I-
adds this.
Oh,
There you
yeah.
go.
I feel that. You got to make the face.
And then we do this.
Ole.
And then
Okay, now we shimmy.
Puerto Rico.
Now you can make the noise.
Robin, this
Oh.
is for you.
Oh,
We're
that's-
practicing.
my arms actually feel a little weird. Yeah.
The muscle's growing.
Yeah, I can't stop now. I'm on the roll. You guys are crazy.
We love it when
Jackie
Roshon
and I, our
stops
aim
by.
is by the end of this to get Robin to put us in the Pussycat Dolls.
I think that's
And
a great
Anna's going to
idea.
give us like a little side lesson
I
to
see
get
it
us
now.
prepared for our audition.
Just take me on the tour, okay?
we'll do a special routine for you, like for auditions with whips.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. We're going deep, guys. Whips. That's,
Just think about it. It's good to have a prop.
okay.
Yeah, when will you have a whip in your routine?
You know, when my shirt.
Why'd your voice
is
get so
on-
like, you know?
That was the thought. I said it in my voice. Like,
That's your falsetto.
yeah, that's exactly what that was. You never know. I might bust the whip out when the abs come out, the guns come out,
Pull it
Indiana
all
Jones style.
together.
Okay, but when the guns and knives come out, don't use your falsetto voice.
Nah, see, I think that's the sexy thing. When you're like, you know. Somebody's got to like it. Come on, somebody. Anybody.
Tweet us if you like it.
Tweet us if you like it. You know.
But give them two options. Okay.
You know.
One voice? Now what's the other
I
one?
said, we got the first one, the falsetto.
Okay, one.
Right? And then you go, you know.
All right, everyone please vote and comment which voice Roshon should
One or
use.
two.
When the whips
We
and
want,
knives and
we
everything
want
are
that.
out.
All those voices, we want them.
Hello, ladies. Ladies. That can be weird.
Let's take this on a practice run at the nightclub later and
Will that
see
be
what.
your tour? Is that part of your tour?
Yeah, I'll get to the mic and be like, hello, everybody. That's my new hit single, call it falsetto.
Well, you
That's
and
why
Chelsea
he's
must
20.
have just like bucket loads of fun.
We
man.
do, and she tries to be the mature one all the time and snap in the serious moment, and I just look at her like, please.
Right.
Knowing you really trying to check me right now? Really? Seriously? But she's cute. She's crazy. She has a lot of fun, and we can definitely go off track of learning a dance and lose an hour of just laughing real quick like this.
Well, as long as you get the job done like you did today, you're doing the right thing.
Bam.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
what it is.
Well, congrats
All
on a
right.
great dance
Well,
tonight.
thank you guys. Thanks so
Yay.
much.
Really enjoyed it. We were really happy to see you like in a zone that really worked
Yeah.
for you.
Happy to see me in a zone, too.
Yeah, that was happier than him.
Well, let's keep me in that zone. 05 is the number. Make it happen.
Yeah.
All right?
Thank you so much for
Thank
coming by. We
you.
love you, Roshon.
Thank you.
And we will be seeing you here next week. Guarantee. We know it. Take us out. Take us out.
Mwah.
Mwah.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Roshon.
Everybody keep them in this game. All right, we're going to wrap up now.
Yeah.
Final predictions for next week. Tomorrow night. Anna, you're the pro here.
Now, your AfterBuzz
You have to do
TV.
it. You say it.
You gotta do it for us.
I danced to Melissa and Gavin.
Ooh. I'm not gonna lie, that was what I thought too.
Muy posible.
I hope not. I really hope not. And Melissa has such a following, it seems. I think she's
Yeah,
really
she stayed
steered
out of the
clear
bottom
that
two the whole
bottom two.
time.
Yeah,
But you never know.
That's
you
true,
never
you never
know.
know.
That would be my call, though, as well. Not that I want that to happen. But
I hate to say that Gavin might go, but
Oh,
But
I
then you never know. It might be another surprise elimination. I
it could
hate
be. But I
those.
think right now the
that's never
points.
even been-
Sherry was still in the bottom when she got eliminated. It wasn't like people were so shocked because she's so popular. But the truth is, she was on the lowest end of the scores.
Right. Yes.
You
you're
know,
right.
I think people are forgetting that. Like, it wasn't like she scored high and got eliminated. So
You're right.
I think the difference in points now between the people on the lower and the higher
Yeah.
is
Well, the difference of the points is from 29, which is
To
the higher
19.
to. Yeah,
Gavin got 19, Melissa
that's
21.
10 points.
That's a lot.
And I don't
That's
even. I'm not really good at math, but 10 points is a lot.
Do you think Kim and Jaleel can be in jeopardy?
Well, they're right now in the middle, so see, you just never know because
They went first.
with the audience, they might swing towards let's say they love Gavin and they just want to help him and he has the lowest score, so they might swing towards him so much and really save him. And then people are kind of like in the middle. They'd be like, oh, they'd be fine. They had such a great dance. And then, which happened many, many times on our show. So it's just like if you have a favorite, you have to vote for them and make sure you keep them in the competition because, yeah.
They say that so many times on the show, but it just, these shockers.
Well, it's so interesting how like people work because I get so many, especially like after you get eliminated, let's say with Jack, people come up to me on the street or in the store and they say, oh, we loved you and Jack. And I said, but did you vote it? And they're like, no, not really.
Right.
So it's like if you like somebody, vote for them. Don't just go, doesn't matter, because it does. It's not like the election. It actually matters, people, if you vote on Dancing with the Stars.
Right.
Well, I should say election in Russia.
Right.
Oh, no, I didn't.
And we will get to see you dance a lot more on this season, correct?
Yeah, coming back next week, Monday and Tuesday. Motown week. Very excited. Get my groove on.
Oh, Motown? I love it.
Got it.
Woo! Well, Anna, we
Motown,
cannot
baby.
thank you enough.
Thank you
for being on our panel.
happy to have
Honestly,
you.
you just added so much insight and like just insider information. It's so amazing to have you. Thank you, thank you.
Thank
Jackie and I
you.
love having here.
We were so
Love
excited.
it. Amazing.
The love is flowing.
It's flowing. The
Like
booze
the
and the
cocktails.
love are flowing. And Robin Anton will be back next week, but hopefully,
Yes.
Anna, you'll come visit us again.
Yes, we hope
We'd
so.
love to have you anytime.
Have to chat with you, lady.
I know. And thank you, everyone, so much for watching AfterBuzz TV. Make sure you check us out on iTunes. Rate the show. Give us comments. You can tweet all of us. We're happy to get your questions, give you feedback, and one more night at Mixology.
Ta-ta,
Time to
everybody.
say goodbye. Thank you so much.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.